for joining us today. This is your host, Iram Saeed, with a very exciting call today. I have with us our special guest, Maiyah Olivas. She has never been on From Heartache to Joy. Actually, this is her debut launch in the Telesummit industry. I was very fortunate to be introduced to her through our coaching program for Telesummits, and when I started talking to her, I was just blown away because she is so amazing. She has so many modalities, and her own modality, the way she works, is profoundly powerful. The results were incredible, and I have been just delighted working with her since then, and very excited to be introducing her to the Telesummit community today, because her gifts that she has to share are truly life-changing, as her own personal clients have experienced, but you guys are actually going to experience it today as well, how amazing this lady is. And by the way, if you guys are going through the same kind of disbelief that I was going through when I first saw her picture, when she gets online, we're going to ask her if it's okay with her to share her actual age, because she looks way, way too young. So if you think this is a 20-year-old, you're going to be shocked. So I just get a kick out of it, because she actually is an expert. In one of her teachings, she's an expert in age reversal. And so this is proof. This is proof positive that her stuff works, because she looks like a 20-year-old. She's really amazing. Her energy is very spunky and young too. And so I can't wait for you guys to be introduced to her, to experience her, and to really work with her today. Some really very lucky callers are going to be picked to get readings from her, get clearings, and you'll get to experience how powerful this work is. So stay tuned, and in order to get picked for the live reading, you will have to be on the phone lines and press *2 now, and that'll place you in the queue. And we'll pick you when the time comes during the call to work with live callers. Let me just tell you guys a little bit about who Maiyah is. She is a healer with over 30 years of experience in advanced training in over 30 modalities. She holds the rank of 3rd degree black belt and certified advanced therapeutic Qigong instructor, known as the Queen of Age Reversal and the Ninja of Transmutation. She's worked with over 3,000 people to improve their emotional, financial, and physical situations, often instantly. She loved synthesizing new techniques with ancient secrets to create miracles on a daily basis, such as shrinking tumors, reversing diabetes, reviewing necrotic tissue, and ending decades-long back pain and migraine. We're not working with private clients, developing problem-solving products, or teaching cutting-edge classes. Maiyah can be found working with at-risk youth in her local after-school program, teaching and helping teens. So let's welcome Maiyah to the show. Thank you so much for joining us.
Hello, Iram. Thank you so much for having me. Yes, I confess, I am a walking ad for my work.
Yeah, you are. You absolutely are. And I love the age reversal. And I have to share with our audience what you did for me, which was a huge gift. During one of our coaching times, when I mentioned that I had been losing a lot of hair, I had done this treatment of getting keratin on my hair. And usually it's a good treatment. It helps people that have really frizzy, dry hair. But for some reason, it did not agree with me. And I'm one of those few people that react very strongly, and they start losing clumps of hair. I've had very thick hair my whole life, and now I had like only a third left. Within like 3 months, I had lost all my hair. And when I told Maiyah that I'm like losing hair every day, every time I touch my hair, I have like clumps of it coming out. And she just did this remote healing on me. And boom, within 3 days, my hair stopped falling out. It was phenomenal. And even today, Maiyah, yesterday when I was shampooing my hair, I had maybe 3 strands of hair, which is pretty normal for anybody to, have hair fall out, about 3 or 4 strands. But this is compared to like 50 or 60 strands each time I shampooed my hair. It was crazy. And it does not fall out during the day at all, no matter how many times I try to run my fingers through it. So thank you so much for that. That for me was huge. And it happened within within a few days, like less than a week, that's when you had done the healing. Yeah, it is great. It is phenomenal.
I think after this call, Iram, you might find that it's starting to grow back again, because what I'm planning to do for all you wonderful listeners, because you have such a beautiful community, Iram. Like,
thank you.
I can feel their heart and their connection. That I'm gonna do something special where I'm gonna connect with every one of you who gives me permission, and we'll do a group healing right now, and it'll work through the whole session in addition to the additional benefit of the borrowing benefit from working on individual people. I hope that's okay.
Sure. I'm pretty sure that's going to be okay with everybody. So,
right.
Yeah. So feel free to send me your comments today, guys. It's going to be a very interactive call. Now, I have a question already from someone.
Great.
Can you do some kind of a release on someone with a migraine? Because there's somebody who already has a huge headache all day, and they would love for it to be released. So can you do that as a group, or does it have to be one-on-one?
Oh, we could do that as a group, because there might be more than one person with migraine. I actually
migraines are big these days. I'm hearing that a lot.
Well, let's take a deep breath together, and if you want to, you guys can put your tongue right behind your front teeth at the roof of your mouth, and maybe put one hand on your heart and make a circle and breathe in. And we're connecting in. Oh, what a wonderful community. Now, what we're going to do is I'm going to talk about the different levels of energy that we're going through. Mm-hmm. We're going through 400 different levels of energy, and we're finding the roots of what some people are experiencing as migraine is actually an ascension energy from the shift that's coming up for the Grand Cardinal Cross on April the 23rd. So you're sloughing off old ideas, but part of you is holding on. So everyone who's got a headache or a migraine or it's sounded difficult to sleep, we're just going to, there we go. And some of you are in a soul group that was sacrificed in kind of a gruesome way for the good of all. At the time, in that period of time, they believed that the wisest and strongest people had all this knowledge in their brain, right? And so you were sacrificed and your brains were taken out, But it's an old thing, and we're just letting it go. And your fear is that if you come into your gifts again in a shamanic way, then someone's going to want to eat your brain again. I'm sorry, it's so gross. So we're just going to clear that. And you might be feeling a hot flash or a tingling or cold, depending on which kind of energy you need for healing. And what I'm noticing now, my voice is deepening, so we've had a big shift, and I'm feeling tingling on the left side of the brain, and that indicates to me that it has to do with authoritarian figures, and we're going to clear cords that are stuck in the brain because you were only supposed to sacrifice your being and your gifts for the good of an authority figure that wanted to keep the entire population repressed. So we're just letting go of that, and we're rerouting everything out to an infinite number of ascended masters who are helping it there, as though a trillion angels were ministering to you now. And take a deep breath. And how are you feeling, Idam?
I feel great. I did not have a headache, of course, but I want to invite Henrietta to write back and let us know if her migraine has released or if she's feeling relief of some sort. So please do write back and let us know. So let's now begin with the call. I'm glad
great.
help some people with a headache, but there's a lot of information we want to cover today because you have a very unique way of helping people. As I was talking in the intro, you combine a lot of the ancient modalities with the new cutting-edge techniques that you've learned, and you combine them. And they're all, what I love is they're all solution-oriented. You're very result-oriented kind of a person, which, of course, I love. So
yes.
Tell us tell us why is it that you're very popular with the busy people that don't actually have time for anything, seem to be the ones that love working with you?
Well, one of the reasons people love working with me if they're busy is, for example, my intro work. All you need to do is just sign up for a distance healing, and it'll happen while you're asleep. So after you initially make contact with me, either by email or signing up for a program, you just develop your intuitive and psychic gifts in a very organized way that's individualized for you, even while you're asleep. And the mandalas that I've developed accelerate that, and all you have to do is put one under your bed. So while you're sleeping, it's happening, and carry one around in your pocket. So let's
go into that a little bit. People don't understand what mandalas are, how they work. There are a lot of people that do understand it, but for the sake of those of us that actually don't even have a clue what you mean when you say mandala, can you please explain that?
Oh, sure. Well, they call the eyes the windows to the soul. And what you take in through your eye can transform your brain at very deep levels. Because we're a highly visual society and we've been looking at a lot of images, it's estimated that the average person sees more via TV or video in 2 days than they used to see in an entire year. So we're constantly being programmed by these images we're seeing. Many older mandalas, which are reprogramming techniques and tools with sacred geometry shapes from older cultures, were really, really important during that cultural time when you didn't have that many visual images. So they would take, say, the circle would mean wholeness, and the triangle would mean the mind, body, spirit trinity of a human being, and then the square would mean earth. Well, I noticed that people were using older techniques, but those older techniques of looking at the mandala or chanting or certain kinds of breathing weren't keeping up with the huge shifts that we have both in technology and in the energy downloads that are coming in for this particular age. For example, that cardinal cross that's coming on April the 23rd. So what I did was, I have a background in the martial arts. I started studying when I was young, and I went to find cutting-edge techniques that would blend really well with ancient techniques so you could still be connected to the earth in a healthy way, but you would be able to move really rapidly in the context of being a modern society with all this electromagnetic frequency that affects the brain completely differently than before when we were agrarian. Does that make sense?
Yes, it does. It does make a lot of sense. So basically, what you're saying is that the mandala is kind of like coded energy frequency. And when your brain, when you see it, your subconscious understands it whether you do or not. It's being absorbed straight into the subconscious and being reprogrammed. So that's what I love about it, that it's easy. Just look at it. You don't need to understand it. Just look at it. The energy will do its job.
Yes, and often what I've noticed is many of my students have studied various things, and they're extremely smart. And because their conscious brain wants to be in control, they do their best work while they're actually asleep, because they're letting go of this need to control, because they're used to overachieving. That's why they're busy. They're really good at doing what they're doing. So the mandalas that I designed are actually multidimensional, and several of my students who are very psychically gifted and have studied with many people over the years have looked at them and they said it's incredibly multidimensional. In fact, it's really hard to explain, which in some ways is very good because it takes you to that level of open consciousness where you cannot limit the success of your healing or your transformation.
Love that. Yeah, you cannot limit the success of your healing. I love that. We have a comment back from Henrietta. She says, thank you. So grateful for the healing that I started to cry. What you said resonated very much with me. Lots of love, Henrietta. That's awesome, Henrietta. I'm so glad. But do let me know if the migraine has eased up a bit. I know that when you are in full-blown migraine headache, it may take a little bit of time, but do let us know if there's any relief, because hopefully what you'll experience is that it begins to ease off bit by bit by bit. So let us know that, please. Or it could be instant, too. It just depends on how you receive the healing. So that's fabulous. I love that, and that truly is a combination of, the mandalas is truly a combination of, combining those ancient techniques with the new ones. Now, the mandalas, let's talk about that. Are they available anywhere, or do you come up with them? Are they channeled by you? How do you get them?
I specifically went into a really deep trance state to get the right kind of mandalas, because as I said before, because of the complicated types of energy that are coming through, coupled with the fact that people spend so much time on their cell phones and their computers, it needed to be a really interesting and perfect blend. So the mandalas that I channeled, it's kind of like Keith Haring's artwork. They look very simple, because you're only seeing one part of like a 400-dimensional energetic experience. So when you look at it, they look very clear. They're unusually simple. But when you focus on it and you do the initialization process, you can feel the shift in numerous levels, but it's geared to be the most gentle way possible and to individually adjust to who you are, because I have clients who have completely different backgrounds, and we're wanting to affirm their individual inherent divinity and clear out all these assumptions that have come to them through media conditioning or their genetic background or their cultural conditioning or effects of past lives. So it's very much about the core of who you are in this incarnation.
Great. Now, I believe you had sent us a mandala that we were supposed to have on the email. I apologize that we weren't able to send it out in the email, but we'll get one up for the replay page.
Oh, great. That'll be awesome.
Yeah. Okay, so let's, I just realized that, so I'm just sending a note to our support team to make sure we get that up onto the replay page so people can take a look at it and understand what you're talking about. And it is part of Maiyah's package, so you'll see a lot of mandalas when we go to her sales page. You'll be able to get an idea what we're talking about. So now, another very interesting part of your process is intergenerational healing. So what do you mean by that, Maiyah?
Oh, well, intergenerational healing says that when one person decides in the family to shift and they commit to that, then they will clear up the ancestral line, and then other family members around them will shift. So, for example, one of my clients, her daughter first came to me, but her daughter was going through some stuff and refused to come back to me. She was a wild girl, and she had blown her inheritance. She had inherited $250,000 and spent it all. And she had a lot of raw intuitive talent because she's an indigo, and many of my clients are dealing with indigo children, or they were indigo kids themselves. And she just could not control her innate psychic abilities. But her mom started coming to me. And even though the daughter wouldn't come, because the mom changed, the daughter's life got infinitely better. And we added her into a couple of sessions, and going from running wild in the street and staying out and she went through an intensive rehab program. She completed college. She ended up getting her master's degree, and now she's making over $50,000 a year as a social worker counseling teenagers to prevent them from going through the craziness that she did herself. I mean, at one point, she was arrested. I remember one of the sessions, she was walking through the house because I was doing a big clearing in the house, and she was walking through the house, and I said, she's walking with two friends. I said, don't get the tattoo. Whoever's thinking about getting the tattoo, don't get the tattoo. It's not going to work out well. Well, 2 weeks later, her mom calls and says she got pulled over, driving drunk. She assaulted the police officer. He put her in the back of the car with her handcuffs. She kicked the window out. She got out of the car. So she's in jail for a year because she has numerous other violations, and it's because she went and she got a tattoo.
Oh, wow.
She was coming home from getting the tattoo.
Wow.
Don't get the tattoo. Why won't you
listen? Oh, my God. Look at that. Yeah. If she had listened to you, she wouldn't be in that predicament. Wow. I wanted to read the list of experiences that people have had with you, which is, it's mind-blowing. This is phenomenal, Maiyah. Some of the results that clients and students have experienced with Maiyah in the sector of health, shrinking of tumor, which was verified by physician, saving a foot that was going to be amputated, again, verified by a physician, a different tumor moving from an inoperable location inside the skull to an operable location on the neck and shrinking, reversal of diabetes in one session, ending 20 years of low back pain in one session. Many clients relieved of recurring headaches, including migraines. So Henrietta, that's great news for you. In the area of money and abundance, receiving 2 cars for the price of 1, receiving $120,000 after intensive program, increasing monthly salary by 10-fold after intensive program. Husband was promoted in record time. Husband was moved to their posting of choice, and investment was multiplied 100 times within a week. In the area of relationships and emotions, many clients have improved family life, no more fighting. Many clients finding ideal life partner, no more commitment phobes or liars. Many clients becoming multiply orgasmic or multiple orgasmic.
Multiply orgasmic.
Yes. Their boyfriends and husbands are ecstatic. I saw this question on the webcast today. I can't remember the name of our listener, but here, I guess this one was for you. Ended panic attacks and taken off anxiety meds, verified by physician again. No more PTSD symptoms after assault, combat, molestation, or rape. Those are big ones, guys. No more bedwetting, no more night terrors after 2 sessions. In the area of peak performance, 2 clients went from getting F's to A's in mathematics in less than a week. So that must be kids, students. Triple jumper,
college and high school.
Cool. Triple jumper increased his personal best by 5 feet after 1 session. Dancers increased their vertical leap by 2 inches after 1 session. Client who had failed a professional exam due to anxiety passed easily. High school wrestler ranked lower than 20th in the state of Pennsylvania took 6th place at state championships. Wow. A college varsity athlete who asked to be nationally known was a finalist for the prestigious Arthur Ashe Award for Academic and Athletic Excellence. Top 10 out of over 600 nominees. This is crazy good. This is amazing. This is truly amazing. Wow. Wow, Maiyah. This is all I can say. This is really, really amazing.
Oh, and then he got into the medical school of his choice, and he graduated last year. So if the benefits are after years, so you'll still have the benefits because, he was still in touch with me saying, you really helped me in high school. This is what I want for college. Oh, you really helped me in college. I really want, so people check in and they have a tune-up when they need it. It's just the other day, a woman had 6 months of knee pain, and her her daughter-in-law brought her to me, and I was using the new mandala, and I didn't do any energy work on her. I just gave her the mandala. She looked at it, and it worked on her by itself. And her knee pain was, she'd been going to the chiropractor twice a month at $45 a pop for 6 months, and it went away. And it's been 2 weeks, no, last week. She hasn't had any pain yet. She's like, I'm taking this with me. I'm like, okay, fine. You can just take it with you. It's okay.
Wow. That is so cool. I love that. Now, go ahead, please.
Well, that was just the first mandala. There's actually 7, but I just wanted to start her off easily with that. And I graduated the mandalas because the energy is really strong and powerful, so you get 1 per week because you don't want to overload. Because if you try and do, say, all 7 of them at the same time, you're going to be changing a little too fast.
And I want you to talk about that a little bit, because your transformation with you, the process, the tools, they're basically what you love to tell everybody is that they're effortless. It's step by step. It's really effortless. So can you talk about that a little bit, that why is it that you say these products are basically a no-brainer?
Well, they're a no-brainer because what I'm doing is your conscious mind is not having to learn anything. You've been stuffing your brain with all kinds of information, but the actual root word of education, educare, means to draw forth what is inside you. And in the Gospel of Thomas, Christ says, if you bring forth what is within you, what you bring forth will save you. If you do not bring forth what is within you, what you do not bring forth will save you. So I am not going to stuff your head with more information, because your conscious mind, if your conscious mind could fix what was going on, it would already be done. What my work does is it aligns you to that thing within you that needs to be released in a very safe way, in a very safe, graduated way, because when most of the people who come to me have a lot of healing gifts. I've had other Reiki masters come to me and ask me to work on them because they sensed they needed a breakthrough. I even had last week, this guy from divinity school at Yale. He just saw me hug another person. He walked up to me and said, I saw the change in that person's physicality, and I need you to pray over me because I'm learning how to discern the gifts of the Spirit, and I see that you have the gift. Yale Divinity School, who knew? So it just comes easily from within you at your own pace. And the exercises that you do that I include in the package are about expressing your particular gift. I'm not telling you, here's your gift and you have to do this. I'm saying I'm giving you all this energetic support and your gift comes up, and then in the journaling you describe how your life is going to be according to how your gift is coming through for you.
Beautiful. Love that. Just love that. Perhaps this would be a good time to maybe work with a live caller and see
that'd be
what's
great.
Ready to come through them. Yeah.
Yeah.
Pick a number for me, please, between 1 and 30.
Oh, 27.
Cool. 614 area code. I think Allison is the first name.
Okay.
Hi.
Hi, Allison.
My name is Ashley. That's my mom, but that's okay.
Okay. Hi, Ashley.
Hi, Ashley. What can I do for you today, Ashley?
Well, I feel like I've trapped myself, or that I am trapped in a life that the words that just keep coming to mind are, it's not good enough for me. It's not good enough for me. My home, my job, my finances is just not. I just feel like it's this little trap, and then I've expanded out to way up here, and I don't know why it's not matching up.
Okay. So take a deep breath. And for everybody else on the call, if there's a place in your life where you feel trapped, just follow along and you'll receive the borrowing benefits. So, Ashley, how would you know that this worked for you? What would make you know? What would you look for?
I'd look for expansion in all these areas of my life with ease and grace, almost like it's almost like I feel like I'm living my birthright. And
okay, do you have a specific goal that you have not yet achieved?
Yes, paying off my student loans, moving into that I own outright. Well, those are good ones. Those are two good ones to start.
Okay, let's go with that. Take a deep breath. And everybody who's got debt, let's work on that. So what I'm seeing now is interesting, 144,000. So there's 144,000 somethings, and they're holding you back, and we're going back into a particular part of your brain where the medulla oblongata is, and there's an implant there, which is very interesting, and it's kind of spiky, and we're just going to surround it with light, and we're going to, we're getting help from leopard skin jasper. Leopard skin jasper draws to you whatever is right and perfect for you to heal at this moment, and also ruby and fuchsite. Ruby and fuchsite is knowing who you are as an individual while being connected to the cosmic whole and integrating with it. We're surrounding that little spiky thing with this energy, and we're just gently giving it permission to move somewhere else, and it's going to leave now. And then we're going to go down your spine to there's a place in your back below your ribs, but right above your hips, and we're going to work on that. And that's very close to one of the secret chakras. The secret chakras are not part of the 7, but they are addressed in my Abundance Through Ecstasy package. And we're going to this secret chakra, and we're turning it back on, because it's though it was turned off. And again, it's for the good of the tribe. Take a deep breath. And now there's going to new energy flow up and down your spine, and we're going to shift the color of that energy flow to cobalt blue, and then red, and then white, and then down, connect you to the center of the earth, and restructure your root chakra, which is all about security. And again, this process, I'm doing it very quickly here. When you've got the Abundance Through Ecstasy package, it happens, while you're sleeping. You just put the mandala under your bed. Deep breath. And then we're back up to your heart, and we're going to push out as though your heart chakra has been contracted, and there's a strange color. It's very interesting, actually. Do you like science fiction?
I really do, yeah.
Okay, because you have got a lot of non-earth energy, and one of the reasons that it's hard for you to manifest is that part of you is still it's not Pleiadian, it's from a planet that I don't know, and we're just going to let it harmonize with the Earth Star Chakra, which is below your feet. Take a deep breath. It's almost like on those other planets, money meant something very, very different. So you just kind of don't get it. Like on some level, you're like, I don't get why it's not working. I don't get why it's not working. It's almost like you need a universal translator. Take a deep breath. Okay, what are you noticing now?
I'm noticing I'm sitting up straighter.
Good. Okay, and now we're going to work on the inside of your sinuses, and we're going to shift. Again, there's another secret chakra in your brain, and there's something stuck in it that's coming kind of through your sinuses, and it's sticking to the secret chakra that's in your neck, and we're just going to pull it out. So that okay, feel that?
Mm.
Okay,
yeah.
How are you feeling?
I feel great.
Yeah, so you had a big shift, and now your idea of possibility. Imagine if all your loans were gone, as though they could. All your debt was gone, as though it could. There we go. Okay, so before you only had like a 25% chance of manifesting that within the next 2 years, but now you've got more like a 75% chance of having your loans just be gone in the next 2 years.
Beautiful.
How you feeling? Yay! Good job, Ashley. Yeah, let us know.
Great.
Let us know, because often people
posted.
I won the football pool, or someone gave me a present, like the very next day.
Yeah.
Okay, great. Thanks for calling.
Thanks, Maiyah.
Thanks, Ashley. So this was a healing that was basically a clearing for debt. So this would be for everybody, right? People that had issues with debt. Okay, great. I do want to request, as we work with other listeners, to maybe bring an issue that is more immediate so that it can help others also. This was definitely a great help for people that have debts and stuff, but it would be for the rest of the call, I would appreciate if you have a more pressing issue that you need immediate relief with. And we'll work with a few more people. And also, the intensity level of the pain of that issue should be at least an 8 for you, because there are people on the call that do have those kinds of issues that are very intense for them, and we really want to give them the chance to be able to work with Maiyah. So if you feel that the intensity level of your issue is maybe a 5 or less, then maybe let someone else take this opportunity and not be in the queue. In order to drop your hand from the queue, you have to press *2 again. It'll drop your hand, okay? At the moment, I'm just seeing more hands being raised, but if you do feel that your issue is less than 5 on the intensity level, be nice and have someone else be able to take that opportunity. Now, Maiyah, I forgot you actually wanted to start with a group process. What is the group process going to be on? For what issue is that?
Oh, well, we did the migraine process, which is fine, but we can do right now for the group process, let's see, if any, we'll do it for your physical upliftment, okay, so that you'll
for like
really,
energy?
For energy. For energy. And if there is like a chronic pain for someone who's on the Facebook page but not on the call, take a feel for it. See where you are. You at a level 10 with it, and then see where you are after this process. Okay, take a deep breath.
So what you meant by the Facebook page was the webcast, right? The webcast.
Right,
if you're on the webcast or on the phone call, just take a measure of where the intensity level is for that, and then let's start working.
Cool. All right. So we're going for an upliftment of the physical body, and we're clearing at, oh, my goodness. All right. So, again, there's so many really interesting souls on this call, and a lot of you who have chronic pain, it's because you are, as you sleep, you're going out and doing shamanic healings out of the body without having proper grounding. And because in previous lifetimes you were healers and you did this a lot. So we're going to shift that so that you are not holding on to this pain. Some of you are still attached to your descendants from previous lifetimes who are going through a lot of suffering, and you feel guilty. And we're going to let that go so that you don't need this pain anymore. And if you could get the same information as a psychic or intuitive hit or a hunch instead of a physical connection, a physical pain connection, and then you'll be led to the right and perfect step to help address that, whether it's working with me or working with somebody else, so that you get the training that you need so you're not exhausting yourself unconsciously all the time. And then some of you have knee pain, and part of it is from heaviness, and we're going to do maybe a little bit of the quantum age reversal and a little bit of the quantum fat transmutation right now. There. Okay, so now your endocrine system is shifted, because when we work with the telomeres, which are at the ends of the DNA, using the influx of light from your inherent divinity, which is what I'm doing, then the telomeres vibrate at a different rate, and then it communicates with your brain, so your brain releases a different set of signals through your neurochemical endorphins to your endocrine system, and then your endocrine system releases a different level of chemicals so that you go into rest and rejuvenate instead of being in fight or flight. Okay, there we go. Deep breath. Ooh, I'm so tingly. You guys look amazing. Oh, my gosh. How are you guys feeling?
Actually, let's go ahead and just ask our listeners. I see someone that's been on the call for a long time, so let's just go ahead and unmute. 941 area code, first name is Oscar.
Hello.
Hi there, what's your name? Hello, 941 area code. I heard you say hello.
Oh, that was
me
saying hello to them.
Oh, that was you. Okay.
No, it was me. Hi.
Hi.
What's your name?
My name's Maria.
Oh.
Maria. Great.
Yes.
So, Maria, did you just do the process with Maiyah?
Yes. I even just as soon as I saw her picture on your email, I just was like an instinctive. It's so funny that before that I had opened up the computer and the name Maiyah came up.
Ah.
It wasn't even her name yet, and then I opened the emails and saw her, and I'm like, this is interesting.
I'm excited.
Wow,
That's
it's
awesome.
Excited for sure.
Well, you know, I'm an acupuncture.
issue?
Oh yes, absolutely. I'm an acupuncture physician. I'm also very interested in longevity, the yoga, qigong, whatever, healthy diet, and I would love to get my spiritual soul gifts out there. I know it entails more than just the acupuncture. I know there's a whole lot of other things that I can contribute to the world, to humanity. My ascension is something that I've been focused upon for as long as I can remember. So whatever assistance to all of us on the call can be towards getting our gifts out there, which is pretty much what you've already been doing.
That's so exciting, Maria. Now, is there a particular pain that you have right now or a sensation that's different than when we started the call?
I actually feel more at ease.
Great.
I would love to work on my business aspect of getting my business out there, getting more clients or more money. I feel like even though
Maiyah can help you.
Yeah, please.
So more clients, more money. So Maiyah, can you help her with that?
Yeah, take a deep breath. So, Ashley, as I work on you, I'm just kind of wiggling my fingers, and you're going to feel it around your neck because you have a lot of karma that has to do with being a slave. Sorry. Don't mean to depress everybody, but usually if you're stuck, it's because of something really traumatic. That's where we go from tragedy to joy. And often it's a past life thing, and that's why it doesn't make any sense that it's not working. So I'm working around your neck, and I see you in Egypt, and you have a lot of healing gifts, but you are captured from a different nation. You were sold into slavery, and you never made any money because you belong to someone else. So we're just going to work on this, and, goodness. So as we take a deep breath, there's different rings of energy around your neck that are kind of dark, and I'm bringing in particular frequencies as though those rings knew exactly what they needed to transform into something really beautiful and uplifting for the universe, because that's what they really want, because your slavery was in service to healing, but the slavery in and of itself wasn't very healing. And then those rings shift and move. And so on a scale of 1 to 10, you're feeling a shift now, Maria?
I've got this intensity on the right side of my neck, my jaw, near my eye, and all the way down my shoulder. It's like a heavy ache.
Right. Okay, great. That means it's coming out and it's on its way out. So when you have physical symptomology show up, it means in this particular case, because it's a past life thing rather than an alternate dimensional thing, your cells are releasing the memory. You have a cellular memory of that from your spirit, and it's just coming out and it's moving out, and it's going to go in about 30 seconds. And we're going to do a little work on that jaw, because your throat chakra is actually severely impacted. You know, the Abundance Through Ecstasy package would be perfect for you because there's a lot of throat chakra stuff for you. There's and the karma would clear really easily from that. There we go. How are you feeling now? Oh, in your eye. Goodness gracious.
Yeah.
How are you feeling?
It's lightened up. It's lightened up. My jaw's still clicking. It's lightening up.
Okay, good. And your jaw is clicking because when you eventually spoke out against an injustice in that particular lifetime, you were struck across the face. You were struck across the face, and then you fell. And so you were struck across the face for speaking out, and then you fell. You fell from a far distance onto your right side. Take a deep breath. Oh, we're getting such great readings and clearings today. It's awesome. Okay, how are you feeling, Maria?
I'm feeling wonderful, a lot lighter. That last part was very uplifting. I even felt like I sat up taller.
Oh, great. Yeah, you're the second person who's saying that your spine is straighter and you're sitting differently. Well, because we're casting the burden off of us into an arena where it can be transformed into something useful. Because all energy wants to move. You know, it doesn't really want to hurt us. It just doesn't know what else to do. All right, great.
It feels amazingly different, and I already purchased your package, so thank you.
Oh, my God. Thank you so much, Maria.
I can hardly wait. Thank you. Many blessings to both of you.
You too.
Yeah, thank you. And just keep us posted, please. And those of you that are experiencing this amazing energy, please do keep us posted because, remember, we introduce these amazing healers to you and we look for feedback. That's how we know who is more popular. I know, without a doubt, Maiyah is going to be a huge hit. And there are a lot of others also that couldn't wait till we even got to the talking about the package. I've seen a lot of notifications coming that people just went ahead and took advantage of the offer because it is an incredible offer. But like what I said, Maiyah, when I first worked with you, that you're very different. It's refreshingly different. And then, of course, you see the results, and she's not just different in how she works, but the results are very, very effective. So it's just such an honor to be bringing you to this community. There's a lot of comments on our webcast, people that had actually felt the energy and the shift from the last process that they did. And again, I want to remind everybody that as Maiyah works with one person, if you have the same issues, you're going to feel the shift too. So just you kind of keep an eye on that. It's a really, really effective process. So, Maiyah, I think we might actually talk about your wonderful offer now because it actually teaches a lot when you talk about it. There's a lot of information there. And for those of you guys that are still waiting in the line, don't worry. We'll come back and take a few more callers. Maiyah has very generously put aside some time to make sure that she can help as many people as she can. So we will come back and work with some more people, but I feel that it would serve better if we actually talked about your offer because there's a lot of stuff that you're going to tell us as you go over the package. So, okay, let me announce the URL, and then if you would be kind enough to explain this to us, that would be awesome. So the URL is from heartache2joy.com/joy, and then the number 7. So from heartache2joy.com/joy7. On the webcast, you just press the special offer button, and we will post this on the same page as the replay. Okay, go ahead, Maiyah.
Okay, great. I just want to say that I created these packages because I have a lot of clients who have deployed spouses, and they wanted to be able to work on their spouses from a distance. Because I live in a big military area, that's why I'm really good at releasing post-traumatic stress disorder.
Wow. That is such a huge service. Thank you for doing that.
I am so, so blessed in my neighbors, and it's just a beautiful thing. So the first part, the first package A, is 2 big courses, and I know, because you're such a generous person, I'm pretty much over-giving, but I'm okay with that. So the first thing is 7 transformative mandalas, and the name of the course is Allowing Continuous Joy. Because, I'm kind of bubbly. I'm not super serious. And what I've noticed is that when you're in a place of continuous joy, things manifest really easily. So there's 7 transformative mandalas. The first one gets you to the core of your inherent divinity to let out your natural joy. And then there are 7 healing files, which you can download and just put in your playlist. Then there's 7 journaling exercises, which have questions that'll get you closer to your inner knowledge. Because I'm not here to be your guru. I'm here to get you to be your own guru. I'm just the finger that's pointing at the beautiful star that you are. I'm here to support you. And that also includes 7 live calls where we're going to meet 7 times, and I'll do a little bit of talking, but then I'll be answering a lot of questions. So about half of each of the 7 calls will be you can just write in and ask questions. Then the second part of that is the second course, which is specifically abundance and ecstasy. Abundance through ecstasy, because when you've got your core joy going through the day, you are easily going to build ecstasy for the evening. And you might notice that the word multiply orgasmic, the phrase multiply orgasmic, came up, as it were, no pun. But a lot of women come to me when they're really tired, they're overachieving, they're like, I've kind of lost the spark in my romance, or I haven't dated somebody in a long time. I really want to feel alive because the demands of my children, the demands of my aging parents, I'm balancing work. So I came up with a class called Enlightened Sexuality, and my students started manifesting not just multiple orgasms, but like bonuses at work, because it's the same chakra. The sex chakra and the money chakra are the same, but they're also tied intimately with all the other chakras. And there's a one particular instance, which I think is on the website, where this one woman had been basically frigid in her 6 years of relationship, and she came to me, she's like, Maiyah, this is just killing my relationship. I don't know what to do. Help me. And I had helped her kids because they had night terrors and bedwetting. So I worked on her, and she went home, and she started initiating sex 3 times a day. I'm sorry.
That's awesome.
She became just a glow. She became like Aphrodite, and her boyfriend, like, they literally had more sex in 9 days than they had had in the previous 6 years, because she was just like maybe once or twice a month they would be intimate, and she'd never been sexual before. She'd never had a screaming orgasm, and she's like, I love it. And she actually started losing weight because she was sweating so much. I'm sorry. Anyway, but that's the class that this set of mandalas is based on. And my other student, she called in, and she's a really progressive person. She was single, and she's like, I haven't dated in a long time, and I want to date, but a lot of guys my age are just not able to be fulfilling intimately. And so we did the work, and this younger guy found her at a coffee shop, and they had a really fulfilling experience together for 2 months, and then she found a guy who was in her age range who was also very fulfilling, but she just felt like it had been over 2 years since she'd had a fulfilling sexual experience, and then shebang, and then she had a relationship. So that's what that one's about. If the positive use of sexual creativity. Oh, and then she got a better job. So it's very intricately intertwined. So that's the second class. And now we're getting to the bonus material. Bonus material is quantum age reversal, is this package that I'm going to unveil this summer, because all my clients are like, Maiyah, I just want to look 10 years younger the way you do. I just want to.
I have to ask you, I'm sorry, can you share with the audience what your actual age is?
I am 48 years old. 48 years old. And
shocking.
I teach Qigong.
I mean, you look like you're in your 20s.
And I teach yoga. And if there are pictures of me on the internet where I'm at the beach this summer and I'm I'm upside down balancing on this very muscular young man, because I decided that I didn't want to end up like some of my older relatives who are really, really sedentary. And I did this work on myself, and I started looking younger, like people I used to work with. In my 30th high school reunion I went to, people are just like, there is a picture of Dorian Gray somewhere.
Wow.
And I look younger than I did 10 years ago because of the work. And people have asked me to make it into a package because, again, it's they want to be able to send it to their friends or their family members. So I'm going to roll that out probably in July or August. It's going to be, again, 7 weeks of intensive work, but this is the intro, and it gets you to the place where you're not going to judge yourself for wanting to do this for your body. You know, some people say,
oh, it's
shallow.
The intro has energy work in it, right?
Yes, the intro has energy work in it, and same with quantum fat transmutation. Some of us hold on to fat because in previous lifetimes we were healers, and the tradition that we were in, you needed a lot of body mass to hold that level of energy. And a lot of you on this call, you are really intuitive, you are very gifted, and you're taking on other people's energy and holding on to it because that's the way things were then, and you're afraid to let it out into the universe. But the fat transmutation puts you in touch with advanced beings who are really happy to transform that energy for you, and you don't have to do it, and it just, again, it will happen in your sleep, because most of my stuff is you just play it when you're asleep. You don't need headphones. There will be mandalas, and there will be a couple of hand positions that you'll need to learn, because I want it to be very thorough, and I'm going to teach you about some of the acupuncture points that are really useful. And you're actually going to, what I did was I donate, because around Christmas time, you know, one of the reasons I do energy work is so I can eat whatever I want to. But I will consume like tremendous amounts of calories around Christmas, and so I'll get a little pudge on, and then at the end of Christmas I'll donate all my extra calories to somebody who really needs it, like someone who's sick in the hospital or someone who's malnourished. And even in my local neighborhood where I teach in after-school programs, there's kids there who are literally malnourished. So you go through a process of letting go of my fat blesses the universe. Letting go of my fat is really empowering for everyone. It's a useful and loving thing to let go of my fat. And that lays the groundwork for it.
I love it. I love this. I've never heard this before, that not only are you releasing the fat very lovingly, you're actually donating it to someone that needs it. I just love that. What a great concept. And, of course, it's all in your intention anyway. If that's what you're intending, that's how it will work out. So that's just great.
And then there's all that in Package A. The Package B is all that, but you also get 30 days of quantum reinvention, energetic transmutation. So every day I have this big energy grid that I built. And
so now we're on to item 6. I just want to point that out. Item 6 is now part of Package B. Okay.
It's part of Package B. So honestly, if I was buying this, I would go for Package B for only $20 more. You can gift 30 days of quantum reinvention. It's what I'm doing today. You've seen all the transformations today. It happens at night, again, while you're sleeping, and you can gift it to as many people as will sign up on the email. So the way I've built this particular energy grid, I can work on like 10,000 people because it's not draining me, right? I've built the grid very carefully over a certain period of time. It's got flower essence energies in it. It's got crystal energies in it. It's got natural nature energies in it. It has starseed energies in it. It's just a really amazing.
I think this one thing by itself is worth more than the price of the whole package. This is incredible. So what you're saying is that you will do 4 hours of intense work, and it will be local time typically for whichever area of the world you're in, from midnight to 4 a.m., so that you are actually sleeping at that time. You'll receive that energy, and it's going to be for 30 days, and it's
for 30 full days
process. That's just beautiful. So 4 intense hours of healing, and not only you get to receive it for yourself, but once you sign up, you can sign up your friends, your family members, whoever you want, because like Maiyah said, it doesn't drain her, so she can actually send this energy to as many people as she wants. And the only thing that will need to be done is that you will receive a link. Once you purchase this package, you will receive a link, and you will be able to send that link to your friends and family members. They do have to sign up because they have to become a part of the list so that she can send that energy. So make sure that you save that link and send it to as many people. This is a huge gift. And if you have noticed, this was an idea that I came up with because some of the healers really wanted to help as many people as they could. And we've used this a couple of times before. This is something that, again, that was in a way channeled. I channeled this idea, and it has become hugely popular. And Maiyah, of course, has been one of the healers that jumped on it because she wants to help just as many people as she can. So please take advantage of this because this is so phenomenal. You can bring 2 people with you. You can bring 200 people with you. It's just up to you. How big is your capacity to help and serve? Because you can serve so many people simply by giving them this link, and they will become a part of the healing circle for 30 days and receive that energy from Maiyah. What a huge blessing, Maiyah. I mean, thank you so much for extending this to our group. I really appreciate it.
Oh, well, this is Iram, when I told you when I saw your email come into my inbox, there was a green glow around it. And I'm like, oh, it's a sign. I guess I better call her. I'm like, oh.
And that was for the coaching program, right? When you signed
that was for the coaching program. And I'm like, okay, it's a sign. Because I do want to help as many people as possible for the healing of the whole planet. And there are many natural healers in your community. And for me to empower as many people as possible to do the healing of their own community. So there's a shift in consciousness so that nature and the animals and all of us start working in collaboration, and that there's a profound upliftment of the whole planet and the universe, honestly. So, that's the big picture that I see that everybody here already has, and this is just my way of helping that.
Well, thank you very much. And like Maiyah said, it's a small upgrade from $127. Just for $20 more, you will not only receive the 30 days of healing, but your friends and family members can receive it too. Just make sure you forward that link to as many people as you can so that they begin to sign up before the process begins. And you have a package C as well for just another slight upgrade where they can work with you.
Yes. We only have 50 of these because, I'm kind of busy. I love teaching, and I love working in my at-risk population, and I love working with seniors. So I have a certain time constraint on my actual live sessions, but I do love doing live sessions because they're awesome. You get 30 minutes of me. I mean, you see what happens in just like 5 minutes. I have seen some really bizarre things happen in a 30-minute session. It's pretty crazy. Especially if you're energy sensitive. The other day, someone came in, and she went to a funeral. It was a surprise funeral. She felt very sad. And I was like, well, let's just do some work. And she laid down, and she saw this vision of the person who had passed. This had never happened to her before. She saw this vision of the person who had passed, and the person comforted her and said, I'm where I need to be, and I will always love you, and I'm looking out for my children, and you don't need to worry. This woman has never had an experience like that before, never. So she was able to call her family and tell her, not, oh, Maya's a medium and she told me this, but she was able to have this visceral experience just in this one session, and I was just really, really happy. And that's one reason why my focus isn't necessarily channeling messages for you, but equipping you so that you can get the messages that you need whenever you need them.
Absolutely. Yeah, that is just beautiful. Now, Maiyah, it seems that now the package C is available for the first 50 people for that $177 price. So package A is $127. B is everything in package A included, plus the 30 days of quantum healing for yourself and for your friends and family members. That's for $147. And then if you opt for the package C, you get everything in A and B plus a session with Maiyah. And that's for only $177 for the first 50. Now, what's probably going to happen, since people started to jump on this offer before we even got to the offer, we're probably going to run out of 50 very quickly. So what happens if we go past the 50? Is the offer for a personal session just off the table, or is it going to be for a higher price, or higher price, and they get to, they'll be looking at an appointment maybe, a few weeks from now?
Well, because I really love your community, I'd be willing to do more for $197 just because my time is really tight now. So if there's...
Okay, I see it now, yes. The second group of people, just for 25 people, it's $197. Got it.
Yeah. So the first 50, $177, and then I could put in 25 more.
Okay.
Because I love your group. It's just I have to be sensible, because when I was younger, one of the reasons I'm really good at rejuvenation is because I would leave the house at 7 in the morning. I wouldn't come back till midnight, and I burned myself out, and we didn't even get to this, but I had carpal tunnel syndrome. I couldn't move my arm. I could barely dress myself. I couldn't wash my own hair. So I pace myself now, and it's nothing against anybody. It's just I'm better for everybody if I pace myself. And that's something that's really included in all the work I do, is that you are really adjusted to your own self-care so that you can radiate out from a place of wholeness.
Yep. So, guys, take advantage of this offer, and if you are able to check out with the $177, then that means you were part of the first 50, because we're going to be watching this pretty closely. As soon as we get to 50, we're going to close down that offer. You won't be able to check out with $177, and it'll automatically be $197. And if you just can't check out with offer C, that means all 75 packages are gone. So make sure you are not left wishing that you had heard this call earlier, because that's probably what's going to happen. 75 packages sell very quickly with an offer like this. So
well, I could come back later after I'm done doing all this.
Well,
I feel sad.
I know that for sure, but we do want to, if they want to take advantage of this now is the time, because our, we usually book out a few months in advance. So I know that I'm going to have you back for sure. I just don't know which month it will be.
Yeah.
So the smart thing to do is if you resonate with this now, and if you are able to, then go ahead and take advantage of it. And by the way, if you haven't noticed, we do have another link from PayPal on our sales pages, which is a great offer from PayPal that allows you to charge now, and they have, if you qualify, they have a no interest 6 months offer where you can pay that off. So that's truly a great offer as well. If you can qualify, do check it out. So congratulations to those of you that have taken this step. I can't wait to hear about your results with Maiyah, and keep me posted. I can't wait to hear about them. So Maiyah, are you ready to work with some more people now?
Oh, yeah, I'd love to. Yay.
Let's do that. Pick a number between 1 and 40, please.
15.
Okay, let me update this, refresh the screen. And let's go to number 15. 15 is 470 area code. Let me unmute you now. That's weird.
Hello?
Yeah, hi. What's your name, honey?
Hi, my name is Tracy.
Hello, Tracy.
How are you?
Doing great. How can I help you today?
Oh, wow. Well, I'm in transition. I'm in one location going to another location. And I get blocks and hindrances from places I really don't know. I just want a clear path to what's next.
Okay. So when you say blocks and hindrances, like you'll make a plan and it doesn't happen, or you make a plan and it gets interrupted, or someone promises they'll do something and then it doesn't happen? Is that what you mean?
Exactly.
Okay. All right. So take a deep breath, and on a scale of 0 to 10, with 10 being you feel really unhappy about this. You're like at a 15, right?
Yeah, I'm over. I'm way over.
You're over. You're an over. Okay, so take a deep breath, and okay, wow, Tracy, this is so interesting. Okay, I'm going to tone for you. Sometimes, like in live sessions, I'll tone, and it's really loud. So just get ready. I'm actually kind of small, but I'm going to sound like a Tibetan monk for a minute. Hold on. Okay, so that was super loud. How are you doing?
Tingly. Real tingly. Yeah.
Me too. That was a lot of energy that moved. Wow.
Yeah, it's pretty. Yeah, sometimes I channel, and it's not. I mean, those things I do with my throat, that doesn't happen on a daily basis. That's not. Yeah, that just kind of happens. So what I'm hearing is that for you, in a previous lifetime, and we're not always, I mean, goodness knows there are previous lifetimes in which I was just not a good person. You know, I was doing behaviors that were useful for the universe as a whole, but I could have done it better, and I'm seeing that the blockages that you're getting are from your realizing the impact of previous lifetimes in which you took actions at the behest of your cultural conditioning that were really not useful for you and a bunch of other people. And so there were cords on you, and that particular vibration, I'm really getting the Himalayas with you. And are you attracted to turquoise and coral jewelry with silver, or chanting, or the color maroon? That I'm seeing like all this. Those are all the things I'm seeing coming around you.
Those colors are colors that I feel comfortable with. They make me feel good. I like those colors, and silver. Yeah, I like.
Yeah.
Well.
Okay. So those are the things that are going to be really comforting for you because they remind you of that lifetime, and yet the things that you were encouraged to do in that lifetime, and particularly in that lifetime, you, like me, I had a lifetime like this where the healers did not work on women. And in many cultures now, healers will not work directly on women because there's a misplaced idea about the difference between males and females. And so in that lifetime, people would want to bring you their daughters to save them, but because of the cultural constraint, you are not allowed to work on them. And this is the end result. So I did the chanting because I, too, had a lifetime like that, and this was a chanting that was forbidden to do for women. So the fact that I, as a woman, wearing the color maroon and a bunch of silver right now with a big chunk of turquoise beside me, am doing this for you is, I literally have this beautiful turquoise necklace that I made, is breaking all that karma that's holding you back. How are you feeling?
Lighter.
Oh.
But I have like this something like in my right ear, like when the clearings come, it's like it's trying to come out my ears, and I can't really, it's like it's top of my head and out my ears. I don't know what that's about.
So we'll do this for everybody because we just broke a lot of old karma for everybody. So for the ear, charoite is a really great gemstone. It's mined in Russia and the Ukraine, but they've shut down the mines because the mining equipment is the same kind of equipment they use to mine uranium. So it pays more for them to mine uranium than charoite. So we're going to channel charoite to you, and it's going to go through your ears, and everyone's going to get this. So it's going through your, there we go, so that you can hear the voice of comfort and truth. Okay, now we're going to go down into your heart chakra, and now we're clearing out everything you've ever heard that's been painful for your heart chakra. Oh, nice. Beautiful. And then we're going to unblock behind your heart, and then there's 2 secret chakras, one above your heart and one behind your navel. We're going to unblock those. Oh, okay. Did you feel that?
Yes.
So can you describe to me what you're feeling?
I feel heat now in the midsection. I guess that's
awesome. Right. That's great. That's great.
Mm-hmm. How's your ear feeling?
What?
The ear.
The ear. It's clearer. I'm not sensing it now. It's usually when we do the clearings when it comes up the most. So I'm not feeling any pressure in the ear now. It's clear. Everything's
I'm
clear.
just feeling so tingly, Maiyah. It's like, ants all over the face and head. Good ants. They're not bugging me, but it's like, there's so much energy moving. It's amazing.
Well,
this
you make it possible. You make
that?
it possible. You make a great place for possibility. You have a really nice presence. So it's thank you.
Thank you so much, Ellen, for putting unique new
thank
people
you, because
out.
you just opened up the possibility for all of us, honey. This is like, whoa, this is a huge clearing. And just like what Maiyah said, this is a big one for the whole group. So beautiful that you came on and And you came on actually at this time on the call so that everybody was prepared to receive this kind of energy, because this was huge, really big.
And, the more people that join in, it gets multiplied geometrically. So, for example, that 30-day thing, the more people you invite, and one person at a high level of energy can affect 10,000. So it's really a beautiful gift that you're giving to the universe, Tracy, to do this, because you've positively affected 10,000 people. It's a wonderful thing. Thank you.
Wow. Thank you. That was powerful. Yeah. Thank you so much. Keep me posted, okay? Keep me posted.
Okay. I will.
Take care, honey. Yeah. Take care. And take a rest. Go sit down. It seems like you're still processing a lot, so just take a break. Okay. Take care.
Thank you. Okay. Bye-bye.
Yeah. Wow, that was just, I don't know if we can take more energy out of this, Maiyah. And if you think we can, we'll work with another caller, but this was big. I mean, this was huge.
It
energy
was huge. But I'm happy to do one more person.
Okay, let's do that. Oh, actually, there was a question on the webcast for the package. Can they bring their pets to the healing, to the group healings?
Oh yeah, the group healing, your whole house gets a blessing. So your plants and your pets too, and your kids,
Okay.
And same thing. Anybody who signs up to the email list that you're going to send a link, their pets will also get. I love pets. They're awesome.
Beautiful. Somebody wanted to know that if they can add a relative to the list, like by adding them, I guess how would you add them without an email address? Do they actually have to be present to receive the healing?
If you want to add your relative and they do not have an email address, after you sign up, I'll send you a particular mandala. If somebody's in that situation, then because I'm really a believer in free will, so you need to. What I do,
I would be reluctant about that too.
Yeah, what I do is if you want to add somebody in that way, that's.
Yeah, no, it's okay.
Yeah, that's a little.
I think you're right. It's stick with that. That free will is supreme. You don't want to. You don't want to force anybody into this if they don't want to be a part of it. You're welcome to send the email. We will send you some testimonials from people as you guys. Here's what you can do. Once you attend the group healings, send us your feedback on what you experienced. How was it for you? We'll share some of the comments with the rest of the group, and that way people can forward it to their relatives and friends that haven't decided to jump in yet, but after they read comments from people that are organic, that we will collect them from the calls, then maybe they'll change their mind. Okay, so that's something that we can help you with. But remember, it's their free will. You can add your children that are underage, of course. That's totally, you can do that. But anybody that's an adult needs to be doing it themselves. And there's an interesting question from Joyce, and she said, does this work if I don't believe in all of this stuff? So she is willing to kind of look at the possibility. She's willing to be a part of the group healing. But she's saying, will it work if I don't really totally believe in it yet?
Well, let me just give you an example.
Okay, great.
I know a lot of doctors and a lot of nurses, and a lot of the people that know about me, but they're really super skeptical. So one of the doctors I know, and he's a great guy, I love him, he never wanted me to work on him. And I'm like, okay, fine. He got vertigo. He went on the highest roller coaster in the world. It's in Ohio. And he had vertigo for a month after. He's a doctor, so all his doctor friends told him to do these things and take these drugs and do that. And I happened to be visiting his town, And he's like, oh, my God, do that crap on me. I can't stand it. Let's just try that crap, right? He calls it that crap, that woo-woo crap.
Yeah.
I worked on him for 20 minutes, and he is so, like, not a believer. And it went away. And then he woke up the next day, and it was gone, and it was gone, and it was gone, and it was gone, and it was gone.
Wow.
But he started saying to his wife, I don't believe it. 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 And then it was gone for 2 weeks. And after him saying, I don't believe it for 2 weeks, it came back for 2 more weeks just to show him that he shouldn't have said that. But, yeah, it was a month. So there's things that I don't even believe. I'm like, some of the things that come out of my mouth during sessions, I don't believe it. Like, who's talking about, like, aliens? And, like, how do I know that she does, like, she likes Star Trek, or how do I know that so-and-so likes turquoise? It's unbelievable. I was raised in a highly academic family. A lot of my family members are doctors, lawyers, scientists, college professors. It makes no sense to the logical mind, and yet it works. So, yeah, I would say try it because there is a guarantee. You really, it's not a risk at all.
Yeah, it really isn't. You do have a 30-day guarantee, so you'll start working with the package immediately, and you have 30 days to see if this is something that you like. And I honestly can't imagine why you wouldn't like it, because as you've experienced just on this call, how huge the energy shifts are. This is palpable stuff. This is not stuff that you will miss, because when you receive the healing, we are feeling the energy. For those of us that are actually a little bit sensitive to energy, we can feel it. So when you are the direct recipient, it's quite powerful. So it's an amazing offer. So yeah, I guess the short answer is yes, it still works whether you believe in it or not. So I think that was a few minutes that I wanted to give to everybody to process the energy. Mine has calmed down a bit. It's not tingling as much, Maiyah. It has shifted to my back now from my forehead, but it's less. So I think you can. It'll be safe to unmute somebody else and talk to them.
And this will be our final caller for the day?
Final caller for today, yes. So
okay.
Between 1 and 30, please.
1 and 30. 7.
All right. 7 it is. I believe the first name is Mandy, area code 651.
How do I talk?
Hello.
You are talking. We can hear you.
Oh, goody. I can't believe it. This is awesome.
Awesome. Have you been enjoying the show so far?
Oh, yeah. I just love these, and this is amazing.
Did you feel the energy shifting or moving? Did anything happen for you?
No, nothing in particular happened for me, but I don't think I'm quite as focused as maybe some of the callers are. I have my kids around and stuff like that, so that might be.
Okay, that's cool. That's quite all right. Still, I mean, thank you for still making the time to be on the call, because I know it can be quite distracting when you have kids around and you have to take care of them. Not much you can do about that. So thank you so much for still taking the time out. So do you have a special request from Maiyah today?
You know, I think I heard you guys saying earlier that you would prefer that the request didn't have to do with money. Is that right?
No, I don't think we said that.
Oh, goody. That's usually my request.
We haven't done a money healing today, right? I mean, we've done it
Apparently it's all about the cash today, and I'm okay with that.
Yeah, my body feels pretty good, actually, for a change. So that's good. But financially, I just, my whole life has kind of been like a stop and start and stop and start and stop and start, and I just need it to just flow.
Okay, so take a deep breath, and let's just see where you are on a scale of 1 to 10. How frustrated? Oh, yeah, you're an over 2. Like, how frustrated are you?
Thank you. Thank you for noticing.
Yeah. Okay. And so I'm gonna, if it's okay with you, I'm gonna add in your kids, because your kids are really, really, really interesting energetically. I'm sure you've noticed that.
Yeah, that'd be great. They're wonderful. Yeah, and I feel guilty for them getting my energy sometimes. So
aww. Take a deep breath. So. All right, so what I'm seeing for you is, this is weird, it's like a piggy bank. So your most recent lifetime was actually, it was more recent than other people's recent lifetimes. You're pretty, it's like right around, it's the days of sailing ships. Okay, sailing ships. And you're an importer. And you are feeling guilty about an investment you've made, and I'm feeling this weird pain near my sacrum. Oh, because, okay, trafficking. So in a previous lifetime, you were born into a family that trafficked people. Okay, so they sold slaves, they did indentured service, and then they had prostitutes. So take a deep breath. So a lot of your understanding about money is that it comes at the cost of human misery, and it comes at the cost of devaluing other people, whether or not that's actually true right now, but it's something that is very much on your conscience, and that you have an echo of that. And if people are, for example, you feel frustrated if you have to shop at a business where they don't treat their employees correctly, or they are using styrofoam, and you just feel like inconsiderate pursuit of profit on some level really bothers you. Are you resonating with that?
Yeah, I'm like about to cry. So
yeah. Yeah. Okay, so crying is actually good. So crying, the tear ducts are where all the energy flows in the body cross. So when we cry, we're releasing toxins from every aspect of our cellular being. And we're just going to, okay, so take a deep breath. And one thing that it's really useful to remember that I hold on to when I see past lives in which I was a total jerk, because I was, sometimes it's really embarrassing, is to remember that without those growth experiences, other people would not have been enlightened. So on some level, we volunteered to be the jerk. I promised Aaron I wouldn't drop the F-bomb on the call because sometimes I get carried away. But so imagine what I'm saying instead of jerk. But we volunteer to be the jerk so that everyone else can have a growth experience. And for example, in all the great traditions, usually there's a huge betrayal. Like Christianity wouldn't be the same without Judas, because pretty much no one paid attention to Christ that much until they killed him. Like John F. Kennedy, Mahatma Gandhi. One of the reasons, Martin Luther King Jr., one of the reasons they have this great legacy is because the habit in the past was there needed to be a blood sacrifice in order for the community to move forward, right? That's an old habit. Take a deep breath. And we're just going to forgive ourselves. That's a game that we used to play. It's good to look at it like, say, lacrosse, right? It's a game that we were playing, and now we're playing a different game. Now maybe we're doing modern dance. But at the time and at the place, slamming each other with sticks and throwing this ball at each other's heads at 40 miles per hour, that was the game we were playing. And at that point in time, it served its purpose for the progression of the souls on the planet. Take a deep breath. Oh, and how are you feeling now?
Good.
Yeah.
When we first started talking, I was getting tingly all over, and then I started wanting to cry, and
And then I hold that back for some reason. Like it's just like an automatic thing. As soon as I start to cry, it's like I can't. It's weird.
Okay. So we're going to another lifetime in which, now this is an older one where I see teepees. And are you attracted to the Native American traditions? Because I really see you. What?
Yeah, very much so. And just recently, in fact, I was hearing Cherokee. I don't know if that.
Oh, that is so interesting because, as it turns out, one of my students that I spent a lot of time with, her Cherokee elders are like hanging out at my house whenever I work with her. I'm like, oh, hey, how you doing? Okay, so I'm seeing your Cherokee, but you were adopted into, you were fostered into a tribe with teepees, so that would put you maybe Oglala Sioux or I don't remember the name, Mandan Sioux. So you're traveling. You're far away from where you used to be. And you have to be silent. Right? The way the Sioux trained their babies to be silent is they would hold their noses and mouths closed. So when the baby started crying, they would hold their noses and their mouths closed. So that is something that you learned because you had to become part of that. But it's not part of your original cultural tradition, but it's something that you took on in order to survive. So we're going to let go of the need to stifle yourself for the benefit of the tribe. And then there's this hypervigilance on your part. One of the reasons why your sacral chakra won't settle down is because your adrenals and your ovaries, or where your ovaries, there's something about your ovaries, we're going to smooth that out because they're very jumpy. It's because you're hypervigilant. Your adrenals are hypervigilant. Take a deep breath. There. Okay. How are you feeling now?
Good. Like very light. Like everyone was saying.
Oh,
really
great.
Oh,
okay. Now we're going to talk about kids. So if anybody else has kids in the house, I'm going to speak a blessing over your children so that their inherent wisdom and their ability to communicate with you in a way that fulfills you and them comes forth positively so that you're connecting in the most fulfilling way possible for everyone in the family. And that's for everybody on the call. And also for your parents, children and parents. I find this very, very important to me. I'm really close with my mom, and I was super close with my dad. And at the end, I've been very fortunate to spend time with people at the end of their lives, like literally on their deathbeds. And the thing that's really been important to them is the love in their families. So that is the blessing that I'm speaking all over everyone, that wherever you are at any moment of your life, that you are assured that there is love for you in a really profound way, whether it's your biological family or not. And so it is. How are you feeling, Mandy?
Good. Pardon me, really, really good. Yeah.
Awesome.
Awesome. Can I ask one quick question?
Sure.
I also have been hearing the name or something, Chesapeake.
That's where I live.
That's where you live?
I literally live. Like, I live like, that's the area. I live near the Chesapeake Bay.
And I was hearing this like a week ago. Like Chesapeake. I'm like, what does that mean? I was trying to Google it and everything. I just didn't understand. Oh, it must have had to do with this call.
Oh, yeah. Well, that's so interesting, Mandy. That is fabulous. Well, and I think you'll notice this, guys, the people who've bought the package, as you go through the 2 courses and we do the calls and you have your 30 days, and if you decided to do the 30-minute session with me, that your gifts come out. and then people will seek you out for what they need. Like when I spoke the blessing over this guy from Yale Divinity School, his big thing was, what am I going to do? I am a jazz pianist, and there's a lot of temptation in that world. And I said, you're going to go into that world, and you're still going to do your thing, but you will transform people simply by radiating who you are. And people will seek you out as you sought me out. People will come to you for you're to witness their inherent gift in the same way I witnessed your inherent gift. And that will spread out to many, many communities. And that's what I'm seeing for you, Mandy, that whatever you choose to go into, because we've had this time, and if you choose to deepen it by working with me more closely, then that'd be great. But it's not like it's going to be super necessary. You've had this big shift for you in particular, and people will start coming to you, and it will be really clear what happened.
I'm getting goosebumps like all over my body, so I know that's true. Oh, that's awesome.
Well, that's wonderful. Thank you so much for being. I think this is a beautiful way to close the call. Really.
Yeah. Thank you very much. Thank you, sweetheart. Keep me posted. And I do have some questions I'm going to need to address, Maiyah. Sorry.
Okay.
I know that we're running short of time here. Somebody wanted to know, can your work help to reconcile a relationship?
What I can tell you is that you will get the right and perfect person for you, but I can't guarantee that it is that particular person.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so, because once you shift, you may realize that this particular relationship was never in alignment.
The right person for you, but the right person will come. I've actually been in weddings for my clients, and one of our bachelorette parties was a pole dancing lesson, and so I actually climbed to the top of the pole and hung from it by my ankle. There's a picture of me somewhere, but not on the internet.
That is funny. That is so cool. I love that. You are so curious and fun-loving. You know, that's the whole idea. That being on this path doesn't mean you have to be this very serious person and just very somber. This is nature. In its purest form is very fun-loving. It's a joyous energy. It's abundant. So I love that. You totally, personify that.
Oh, that's
Another
great.
question.
Sure.
Another question is, we talked about someone who said they didn't even believe in this work. Will it work for them? Another person wants to know if they do believe in it, but they're never able to feel the energy. Will this work for them?
Well, yeah, and actually what I've noticed is there have been other people who've come to me saying, I've meditated for years, I want to see energy. I've meditated for years, I want to feel energy. You will notice that things will start to happen for you in your own way. Like you might think, I need to feel energy, but you might end up seeing it, or you might end up just by clear cognizance. I don't actually see energy that much compared to my other my colleagues, because I would drive off the road because I'm easily distracted visually, but I can feel things. But then one of my students came and she said, I want to be able to see things. And she started seeing things, and she's like, I don't know. She's from Mississippi. She's like, Maiyah, I don't know. I said I wanted to see Jesus, and we worked on it, and I went home, and I was meditating, Maiyah, and I was like, Jesus, I want to see you. I worked with Maiyah today, and I opened my eyes, and his head was as big as my bedroom wall, and I said, Lord. Not like that. Lord, I thought you were going to be normal size. You got to go away now.
That is funny. That is too funny.
And she's opened her own healing center, and she's got a big Christian life coaching program that she's just launched. So whatever is the right path for you, I'm not going to put any limitations on what that is. She's super Christian, and she's helping her community, but not all my clients are. They are who they are, and they're...
Yeah. I love that. Love that. Well, thank you so much, my dear. We have pretty much, we are at the end of our call. It is going to cut off soon. So thank you so much for everything that you are, everything that you do, and especially everything that you did for us today. It was just a blast. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much for inviting me. I had a great time. Thank you, everyone who came to attend, and may you have blessings beyond your wildest imaginings every day.
Awesome. Thank you so much. And those of you that have questions, just email us. Some of you are thinking you didn't get the link. When you do purchase the offer B, there is a link to sign up for the group healings, and that's the link you can forward to your friends and family members. But if you're confused about it, just email us and we'll help you out, okay? Much, much love to everybody and lots of blessings. It was just phenomenal playing with all of you guys today. Love you lots. Take care and bye for now.